Okay. Let's warm up with the block. I think I kind of teach Jane and Amy that I can't remember if I have got like this. So, whenever we do any poses that we need to have our arms up, we need to make sure that or like in downward dog, we need to make sure that our we're actually like when you are in downward dog, some will be like, oh, elongate your butt, press into your hands. What's the meaning of pressing into the hands? We're going to warm it up with a block. So you hold a block in front of you. Let me put myself in gallery. Yeah, you hold a block in front of you. When you are, what we're going to do, it's the same drill. I think Jane and Amy has done. We're going to lengthen forward, but when we lengthen forward, look at the wrist. It's really pressing into it. Warming up the shoulders. Pressing into the side, pressing into the wrist. Remember, Amy, with your hyperextension, you need to have micro band, internal rotation. Yeah. Try to hold it, try to really have power here. Because when you push on this palm or like on this inner bit, you're going to lengthen and power up the shoulders. So inhale, exhale, micro band for Amy. Inhale, up very slowly. Up, up, up. Doesn't have to be up, could be 45 degrees. Contract the belly, extend the arms, slow front. And exhale down. You guys feel it on your arms? It's not like an easy lift up. It should be really, if you look at me, I can't even move all the way up because when I'm pressing into the side, I'm really pressing into the shoulder and activating it. So I can't even lift up. It will be like really, really, really lift. I'm using so much muscle right now when I'm doing this. When I'm up, I'm not just using the shoulder, I'm using even the back. So that will be the right way of pressing in. So lower down. This time we'll go up and hold it there. So inhale up, so you can be relaxed. Now really press into it. When you're pressing into it, bend the elbow and extend again. Really push your shoulders up. Now I'm having a really good contraction on the armpit and also the back. If you look at my shoulder blades, when we do anything like this is like sloppy arm. When you really engage your back, you roll the shoulders back, you're trying to pull the shoulders blade together. Having a block actually enables me to really push this in. So I'm activating from the middle finger to the wrist, to the upper arm, to the forearm, to the upper arm, to the armpit. And the thing is really drawing the shoulders together. So when I do this, this is relaxing, but when I'm really pressing in, you can see how much I'm drawing my shoulders together. This is like a really, really, really active pushing the two hands together. And lower down. Usually after I do it for 5 times, my shoulders will be so sore because of learning about the activation. One more. We're going to push it out. Slowly up. Try to resist. Really push this two away. Remember micro bend of the elbow if you have hyperextended elbow. Slowly come up. Up, 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 up. When you are straight, can you bend your arms again? And straighten. Push your arms up. Lengthen, contract the belly, lengthen from the bottom of the sacrum to up. Push the two shoulder blades together. Just 2 more breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale. In and out. Lower down. How does the shoulder feel? All 3 of you.
Horrible.
Who say horrible? I can't recognize the voice.
Fine.
Yeah, because this is what you, because it's like micro muscle that you never activate in your life. So your body is like, what are you doing? This is new. So this is the micro muscle that you need relaxing when you're there. So hands onto the shoulder, we'll roll it out. Sit straight. When you want to engage the shoulder, try to draw the elbow together. So together, roll up. Because on how the shoulder blade chicken wing is biologically placed, this is going to give you a much bigger movement. On the other hand, we'll do some just side stretches. So inhale, hands up. Exhale, left hand onto the mat. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, bend towards the left. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. In. And out. Coming back to center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, right hand onto the mat, left hand up. Inhale, stretches up. Exhale to the side. Can you look at the camera? Whenever we do side stretches, it's very common that you see like my chest collapse and we roll front. You need to make sure that you're intentionally rolling back. So the shoulders, it's in line, but it's also in line with the midline of the mat. So you can roll the shoulders up. Coming back to center one more time. Inhale, hands up, stretches up. Exhale, left hand onto the mat. Inhale, stretches up the right arm. Exhale, bend towards the side. When after you have bent towards the side, roll the shoulders up. I should be able to see the right boobs if I look from the sky. Right and left boobs. So I'm not collapsing, I'm really opening up. That's like an active rolling motion. You need to contract the belly in order to get there. Coming back out. Last one, inhale, hands up. Exhale, right hand onto the mat, left hand up. And bend towards the side. Roll it open. Deep inhale. And exhale. Lengthen the top arm straight. Micro bend the elbow, but lengthen the top arm. Don't bend the top arm. Lengthen. So you feel the meridian from the finger to the wrist to the upper arm and forearm. Exactly. Coming back up. Let's do downward dog onto the wall. So this is actually learning how to use our thigh with a bend of our knee. So I'm just going to demonstrate before we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have kneeling onto the wall. If you see, I'm going to have like a 45-degree where you can start with this, where my heel is on the wall, but my toes is onto the mat. Really spread the finger, really spread the knees wide. So after I measure myself, like make sure I'm hip width apart, I'm going to kneel down. When I kneel down, I'm going to sit on my butt, hands in front, stretch. This is where your downward dog will be. So stretches out, internal rotation of the elbow, then tuck the toes. When I tuck the toes, I'm going to have the heels onto the mat. The reason why we do this is you could bend, straighten, never completely straighten it, bend, straighten. The reason why we do this is because we actually really need to lengthen this hamstring up and push the thighs back. And this is going to help us learn. When you do this, you will feel it's very, very different because you need to really actively push the thighs in order to activate downward dog. So let's do it together. Move it to the wall. You will need to move the camera to show me your heels and to show me the lower part of your body. Yeah, Matt, you will need to move the camera if you can. yeah, I remember the, yeah, Jane, I remember. Yeah, so heels onto the wall or onto the block. So 1 feet up, measure the distance. Like you basically need to kneel, measure the distance. After you have measured the distance, make sure your 2 legs are hip width apart. Now walk forward, 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 forward until your hips touches the thigh, hips touches like the calf, and you cannot move anymore. Then you tuck your toes and come up. You could be in half bend. Don't come up completely. Bend your knees. Because when you bend your knees, you push your upper thigh onto the wall. In this way, when you're in this active pushing, you're lengthening the back of the thigh. You're also lifting your butt up. So now lengthen, push the thigh back. Can you lift your butt up even more? Amy and Mike, bend your knees so much more. When you're bending, you will need to actually work your core and activate the thigh so much more. Yes. Feel the back of the thigh lengthening. Jane, you need to lower the angle. Amy too. Your heels need to be lower. Amy, you need to walk your heels down. So it's like 45 degrees. Yes. When you are tired, bend your knees, rest in child pose. Yeah, Jane, good. Jane, bend your knees. Yes. If you can bend your knees more, yes, this is a lot more core work when you need to bend your knees. Yeah, bend your knees, hold it there. Jane, bend your knees, hold it there. Yeah, when you're holding it there, can you push the thighs back? Lengthen the back of the, no, so without changing it, you don't change any move, it's micro muscle movement. So push the thighs back, you should feel when you push your thighs back, lengthen the back of the thigh, you should be able to feel that your hips are automatically coming up. Amy, bend your knees so much more. Yeah, come down and rest for everyone. Tell me, how do you feel? By the way, it's just the 3 of us. You don't really have to mute if you don't want to. Yeah, anyway, it's up to you. How do you feel, Jane?
And thigh is tired.
Yes, because in downward dog, you really need to activate it. Amy?
I'm still not sure where my heels should be.
So your heels should be 45 degrees onto the wall. Because if you look at me, I can have a triangle here. And the reason why is because you're really using your heels. When you're using the heels, you're activating this, you're activating this bit. So you can lengthen this and push this back. In this way, this is me not pushing, when I'm really pushing, I'm lengthening, I'm having the butt up, I'm lengthening this bit, pushing it back, and even lengthening my back. And then the reason is you really need to learn this because of the hyperextended knee. You will make sure you are learning to use the thigh instead of relying on the knee. So try again, Amy. What about Mike? How do you feel?
Feels good. Tiring.
Yeah, tiring is right because you're using the micro muscle that you haven't been. So do it again if you can. Amy, feet lower. Adjust the feet. Yes, 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 correct. Yeah, Amy, hold this back. This looks amazing. Amy, can you now push the thighs back to the wall? Lengthen. Do not lengthen the knees. Keep the knee bent. Go back to the bent knee. Amy, go back to the bent knee. And now, without moving the knee, can you lengthen the thighs and have the hip up? Yes, yes, hold it there. This is Mike, bend the knee more. Jane, bend the knee more. When you bend the knee, it's a lot more core work, but it's really changing your thighs. You need to resist to straighten your legs because you're using your thighs up. When you are tiring, release yourself. Come to child pose and come to a counter stretch on the heels. So sit like a Japanese person. Hands onto the mat. Lift the knees up. So you're opening the front of the feet. After we have bent it so much. Yes, this should feel really good. Yes, great job. Amy, do you feel the difference?
Yes, this is so tiring.
Yes, but this is what you need to do when you're not at the wall. So now, let's try to do a downward dog just inside the room. We're only focusing on the feet. So how do you get the perfect distance of the downward dog? Bend in child pose. Your hands front. So now do not change the hands. Press the hand in, internal rotation of the elbow. Tuck the toes in. And now when you go up, I want you to, in the first 3 breaths, just hold this bent knee. Contract your core. This is a lot of core work, but do the same thing without straightening your knees. Can you push the thighs back, lengthen the back? And after 3 breaths, when I give you a go, then you can lengthen it. But when you lengthen it, Amy, we never knock out. If you haven't learned the micro movement, if you want to do it, you will actually lock your knees, and that's really good back for your knees and for your spine. So you should always have a bend. When you straighten it, do you see that my knees have this bend? I've never straightened, because until you learn the movement, you need to be there. So come down, everyone. When you go up, I only want you to go up 45 degrees. So measure the angles again, hands onto the mat, child pose. Open up the knees to hip width apart. Now, plant the hands onto the mat, 10 fingers pushing in like spidey fingers, the internal rotation of the elbow. Tuck the toes. I only want you to come up 45 degrees. Super bending. This is going to challenge your core so much, but try to do it. Yes. Now, with this super bending, without moving anything, can you activate the micro muscle like when you're on the wall? Lengthen the back of the thigh. Push the thighs back. Contract the belly more. Really push it back. 1 more breath in. And now straighten it without straighten with a bend on the knee. Straighten as much as you can. Too straight. Mark is too straight. Bend it. So now push the thighs back. When you are straightened, there's like a tendency that you can just use your knees or use your calf. So you should only feel it on the upper thighs and hips up. If this is too tiring, come back for a rest. If you can hold it for 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Mark doing really good. Inhale. Jane, I know this is hard because it's muscle that you have never trained. And exhale, slowly come back down. Come back completely down. It's interesting, right? Downward dog looks so easy, but it's not. You can relax.
It's never easy. It never look easy to start.
So, Amy and Mike, you can relax in child pose. Jane, go up again. Jane, try to, yeah, correct. Push the thighs up, push the thighs up, push it. No, your legs are too straightened. You need to resist the urge to straighten the legs, because once you straighten the legs, you're using your calf, you're not using your thighs. So it's super difficult, I know, but bend your knees. So do it again. Jane, do it again, but bend your knees. Amy, do it again, if you can. Do you have any question for me, Amy?
So you use only this part, not
Yes.
thighs.
Yes, because when you straighten your legs, you're using your calf. That's the reason why you get knee pain in downward dog, or that's the reason why your hips can never go up. So you only use this bit. Yes, after you fully extend, if I'm asking you to do a full downward dog, you can also use the calf to help to get it straightened. But now I'm asking for bend on the knees because this is lazy muscles. But yeah, if you can activate your thighs, you can protect your knees to any knee injuries. Great job, Jane. Okay, should we move on and try to do dolphins? So only learn their arms. Coming up, dolphins, it's a correct downward dog and elbow, basically it's an elbow plank, but then correct downward dog. When we do the drill, you should have a block. When you have a block in between, I want you to press into the hands. The demonstration is you are pressing this part of the arms onto the mat, but you're also pressing this onto each other. So just hold and do this. This looks nothing. I am using so much strength. When I'm pressing this in, I'm pressing this down. This is really, really activated. And now I'm activating my back. So try to do it, contract the belly in. Press, press. It's like you want to be hooked and you want to disintegrate this block. Press it in so much. When you're pressing it in, can you broaden the shoulder? Imagine shoulder broaden. So your outer upper arm will be rotating outwards and relax. Feel it? Yeah, okay. Now, do this again and come to plank. So, press it in, really press the arm back. Actually, let's do it this way. Have this like 4 fingers together, thumbs up. And I'm going to put it on the side of the block. So if you look at me, this is like this. I'm using this L shape to hold the block. When I'm using L shape to hold the block, I can press the whole shoulders in. Sorry, I can press the whole arm in. Make sure the wrist is straight. Just have 3 breaths here. Press, 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 press the arms down. You'll really feel the shoulder activate when you activate the arm muscle. Our muscles are all linked together. So when you activate once, the meridian line is going to be activated and you feel the power. Now try to go to plank if you can. This has nothing to do with the arm. This is pure core. When you are doing the plank, have a book in between your thighs. So you're activating the thighs. Hold a book in between the thighs. This will be really good. Or hold a block in between the thighs. This will be really good. Don't be stupid, pick a non-slidey book. Don't be stupid like me, pick a non-slidey book. So now, I'm going to bend my knees, hold the books in between, long way. Now, hands onto the block, activate the fingers from the second fingers to the wrist to pushing the whole arms down. Then I'm going to walk myself back into plank. Hold the books, squeeze the books together when you're in here. Mike need to walk back, Jane need to walk back, Amy need to walk back. Your whole body needs to be a straight line. All of you are not in a straight line. Walk front, push the block front. Amy, walk back. Your body's not in a straight line. Cheating, Amy, walk the toes back. Jane, walk the toes back. Mike is nearly there. Mike is like 5% from perfection. Can you walk the toes back even more? Push the heels back. Yeah, good job. Amy, butt a little bit down. Jane, great job. Come down for a break when you're tired. Go to, relax the hands and go to upward dog for like a little while. Remember internal shoulder rotation. Any questions on the elbow plank?
I'm shaking.
Wait, whose voice is this, Mike?
It's Mike shaking.
Yeah, yes, you are supposed to be shaking because you are, is it the legs or the arms? Both?
Right.
We learned with the 2 of them on activating the thighs last time, and I make them do, let's try this later on. I make them to do chair pose with the thighs. We never engage the thighs. What on earth do we need to engage the thighs? The only reason in daily life where you engage your thighs is you need to do this move. So you never engage your thighs. So when you never, but actually in yoga pose, you need to activate all these micro muscles in the body to get it there. So it's really common that you are going to be shaky with it. if this is too difficult, it will be easier if you have a thicker book or thicker block. The smaller the target is, the easier it will be. Jane and Amy, how do you feel?
Tired.
Amy first.
Yeah, I need to engage thigh more.
You need to engage thigh more to protect your knees. When you do the poses just now, do you feel knee pain? You still feel knee pain?
No. Yes, okay.
Yeah, so when you do your yoga training, you really need to engage your thighs. Should we try dolphins? So this is how you would try dolphins. Coming back to the same pose. Can like check out your shoulders if you need to. Oh, this is also a really good shoulder stretch. If you, sometimes when you are in this pose, you just need a break. You have chest down, chest left, chest right, chest left, or roll around. Do it for like a little while. Yeah. Yes. Now, if you are ready for dolphin, you will need a book. Actually, you can use the block, maybe. No, I think you need a book. Put a book in front of the block. Amy, do you have a book? Yeah. You need to have like one little line in between the block and the book, or wait for them to come back so you can tuck the fingers in. Yeah. I have a feeling Jane will want to use something else. Let's see. So when we tuck up, ignore the cushion. So we will put the block and the book 1-2 fingers away. You just push the fingers in. You could turn the book this way, just in case if you, when you come up, your shoulders or your hands is not like this. So look at me first. So I activate my 10 fingers. Remember the meridian line. When you activate this, really activate here. So press the fingers in. The wrist never roll out, in or out. So you really press it in. Same internal rotation of the upper arm, external rotation of the, internal rotation of the forearm, external rotation of the upper arm. I'm already feeling so much. Now, I'm going to come to plank, then push my head, actually not plank. I'm going to have, go to the child pose like this, tuck my toes in, and lift my knees. You really bend the knee so much and micro-activate the muscle. The reason why I have the book is because I can't touch the book. I have to lift my feet or lift my hips so much in order to not to touch the book. So try to do it. Sit in child pose. Let's do the setup together. So hands strongly onto the mat. Press the 10 fingers onto the mat. Open up the fingers. Now, it's very common that our wrists will be up and not completely touching the mat. So roll the wrist in, completely touching the mat. Now, internal rotation of the forearm, external rotation of the upper arm. Come to child pose. So you got the good measure of the distance. Come up, tuck the toes. And I want a micro bend of the, I want to bend onto the knees. So press onto the arms and come up. Yes, Jane, good. Mike, bend your knees. We are using what we learned onto the wall. This is a super active stretch. For Mike and Amy, straighten your knees. Jane, come down. Jane, come back to child pose. Micro bend your knees when you straighten. Can you don't touch the book? Can you lift your upper back so much that you don't have to touch the book? But your neck is in neutral position. Amy looking really good. Amy, try to push your shoulders back more. Yes. Jane looks good. Everyone come down. Relax for a few breaths. Shake out your arms. You need to have the arms straightened or have the arms at the back. When you're in child pose, move the arms to the back. When you're in child pose for Jane and Amy, move the arms back. You could actually rest the forehead onto the book. See how it helps you to relax, not just, it helps you to relax your upper back and lower back even more, just with a slight lift. We're going to rest here for a minute. Just relax. I will bring you back when we are ready. Feel into the lower back. Can you relax the lower back more? Feel into the elbow. Can you relax the elbow? Feel into the wrist. Can you relax the wrist? Just rest here. Having a book on our forehead is also really, really good for our brain because this physical action is sending a signal to the brain to ask it to relax, to let go. Sometimes when you're feeling overwhelmed at work or your brain is everywhere, this is a really good pose to be in active child pose where you have hands back but also have the head on a book, on a blanket, on something to signal to your body that it can let go. Last breath in and out. Slowly roll up. Talk to me, how do you feel about dolphin? There's no sequence, just tell me, how do you feel about dolphin? Easy, hard, what is challenging? How does the block help?
So dolphin is one of my most hated poses, but I'm warming up to it. It's
Why do you hate it?
Because I never, because dolphin is an entry pose to headstand or handstand, and it's a really tough form. But I always like my upper back and my shoulders really, I feel they're so weak. And I feel it the most in dolphin. Like there's no other pose that makes me feel like I'm incapable. But I felt better when it's more precise. So it's really good to train.
Yeah, you get that. I think it's because like everyone have like a body tendency. Your body tendency is to really rely on the calf. I don't know if you ever know this, because every time when we do downward dog, you really lock your knees. And when we do the warrior 1 and 2, I know about the hip bone fracture, but because when you stand further away, you really need to use your thighs. And your thighs is actually some part that you don't awake. So you have a body tendency to use this bit and don't use this bit. That's why the hands will feel weak, because the legs are not straight. It put a lot of pressure onto the arms to stabilize it. So next time, whenever we do downward dog, we do warrior 2, really activate the thighs. What about Jane? Good job.
I like that today we are training the thighs. I feel like my thighs are so weak. It's like with what Max said, my weakness is especially on my thighs. I can't do warrior 1 and 2 without shaking crazily because it's all about thighs. Downward dog is like, I never feel like it's right until you ask me to use a book, like put a book in between the thighs, and I finally understand that I need to use the thighs for downward dog as well. So I think it's good to
try it.
My thighs,
Yeah, what about Amy?
I think 90% of weight is on my arms and shoulder. Is that correct?
No, your thighs. And contraction of the belly. No. So I think the knee injury, the knee pain comes from the hyperextended knee, the locking of the knees. Because when you are in training, when the teacher says straighten, you just push the knees, because it's very easy for us to use the calf and push the knees, but this will all be all the power. You will hurt yourself so much. So you really need to engage the thighs to actually do the job. So no, you need to practice dolphin whenever you have a chance. Let's try dolphin one last time. We still have the bulk. We don't have the block anymore. Our entry is from downward dog. When you're in downward dog, I challenge all of you to not straighten your knees. I know that this is much, much, much more difficult, but let's have the bend of the knee. So this is the exercise that you're going to do. So sit in child pose, you kind of need to measure it a bit. Like when I sit in child pose, my forehead, it's like touching the edge of the book, or maybe it's inner, you could adjust. Walk the hands front, tuck the toes up, my book is way too back. Bend into a bendy downward dog. Don't straighten the knees. I just want you to have the thighs back and push up. Now drop the elbow, drop one, drop the other. You will usually need to adjust it to walk it slightly closer. And then push the hips up. But you can see my knees is not completely straight. So come back to, don't rush, come back to bend your knees onto child pose. Now when you're in child pose, can you walk your hands so much in front? Now walk your hands closer together so you don't have to adjust so much. Walk your hands closer together until they're much closer than the usual downward dog. They're just literally nearly touching the ears. And now, strong hands onto strong fingers. Internal rotation of the elbow, external rotation of the upper arm, roll the shoulders back and tuck the knee. So you're in a downward dog, but really narrow arms. Remember our obligation, bend the knee so you are really using the thighs. And now lower elbow down, the stronger one, and then the other one. Lower elbow down. Coming to dolphin. Relax the head very close to the book, but not touching the book. Jane, bend your knees more if you can. Push the shoulders back, all of you. Rotate the shoulders and push it down. Yes. Think about lengthening. There's like a line from the head to the back. Amy, looking really good. To the upper back. Mark, relax your forehead onto the book. Touch the book. Yes, this is the alignment that you need for your body. But now, push your arms so much up so you're no longer touching the book. Jane, push your arms back. When you are tired, bend your knees and come back to the relaxing child pose. Head onto the book for a release. Amy, can you try to sit the butt down? So do the child pose, relax onto child pose, but sit the butt down. Mike, can you have the forehead onto the book so your spine is straight? Yeah, move the book out. Push the books further away from you for Mark. Yes. Jane, great job. Push your shoulders back. Okay, now Jane, straighten your legs. Don't look at the camera. Straighten your legs without straightening the knees. Bend the knees a bit. Just micro bend. Yes. Jane, can you push your shoulders away? Use so much power on your arm that you're going to have an imprint onto the mat. Yes, your shoulders is so much straighter and your spine. Great, coming down. Anyone who wants to go one more time, go one more time before we move on. If you want to take a break, then take a break. Jane, relax, take a break, head onto the book, arms back. Yeah, Amy looking really good. Amy, you're not activating the thighs, I can tell. Push the thighs back. Push, 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 push. Good job, Mike. Mike, you are near perfect. Can I give you one very small correction? Can you have your heels not pointing to each other, but parallel? So your feet is parallel. Yes. Yes. Mike, push onto the arms just because I know you can do it. You're going to lift an imprint onto the mat. Yes. Now head onto the book. Head onto the book. Yes. So when the reason why I told you head onto the book is because I want a straight line from the tailbone to the back, to the upper back, to the neck and up. Come down and have rest. We're going to move on in a minute. Jane, any questions? Okay. Relax for like a little bit. For the last 30 seconds, we are going to hold into child pose, but walk your hands front again. We are going to bend the arms. If you have a block in front of you, you are going to put the block, the elbows onto the block and bend. So your head can relax in between. You may need 2 blocks to make it comfortable for your shoulder. I don't have 2 blocks today, but put it next to each other. Yeah. Amy, you need 2 blocks or 2 books. And you may need 4 books, Mark. When you are doing this, relax the armpit, really push the upper arm down. Relax the head and the neck if you can. Deep breath in and out, in and out. Amy, you need an adjustment. So the blocks is next to each other, not on top. Next to each other, so you can broaden the upper back. Yes, and then bend. And Amy, can you wiggle your knees away so you can put the head onto the mat? Yes. Relax there. And slowly coming up. We're going to learn something new today. We're going to do wide-legged forward fold with the block. Amy, you need 1 block. I think like this or like this. Jane, start with 2. So feel the height, feel the height. I think, Matt, you will need like 3 or 4 books, but you just have extra books on this. You can add and everyone also have a book because you can add and relax. If you have a book with a block, the book always comes below the block. So you want to release on the head. This is what you're going to do. Remember, we do the side work. It's about engaging the back. I want you to now learn how to engage this side. So when you are in wide-legged forward fold, do not do it yet, just watch. When you are in wide-legged forward fold, we're just going to do this for a few minutes. You are rotating this up. So if you look, I actually have a really nice leggings today. The triangles, this is relaxing. When I'm going to bend my knees, rotate it out and straighten. I'm really rolling it out. How do I roll it out? It's you open up the front of the hips here. So rather than contracting, you open it up. Even when I come down, I'm having this opening. So imagine I use a hand. My hand is like this. I'm going to use it and push it up, push it up, push it up. The other side, push it up. So when I'm there, when I have my hands on my hips, I'm doing actually this cheat to remind my body that I need to do this. So whenever I have hands on my hips, I don't do this. I don't do random flash. I actually put it on this is like my underwear. I put it where my underwear line is because I need to remind myself to open up the hips. When I open up the hips, you tilt. It's like the guys that do this ugly move. But
do I need to squeeze my butt?
Yes. You tilt the pelvis forward, squeeze your butt. And once you're activated there, then you can rotate this upper thighs out. So let's do it onto the mat. Forget about the block first. Step aside. When you do so, remember pigeon toes in. So you could press onto the outer edge of the feet. So you press onto this outer edge. This outer edge. Funny thing is, if I put a key here, you can't really see, but I can put a key and a corn here so the inner arch lift. Can you all do this? Press onto the outer edge with the inner arch lift. Just to prove a point and show you, this is a bit too big, but you can see that I can stuck the whole stick in because I'm pressing so much onto the outer fit and the inner edge is lifted. When I can press so much onto the outer fit, I'm activating this calf. So I can roll this back. So hands onto the hips, press onto the outer edge of the feet, roll, pelvis up. Contract the butt, pelvis up, and roll the thighs up. Really roll the thighs up. Can you feel your thighs moving?
Yeah.
Step back. Can you all feel your thighs activated, your feet and your thighs activated?
Yes.
Okay. Mike?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Relax, step back. Shake the feet out. If you don't have this tightness like me, you're not activating enough. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to a really, really big stand. We have blocks in front. Look at me first, do not do it yet. Look at me first. I'm going to have like a few blocks. You will soon know. So you can start with the highest, hands onto the mat, flat back. And I'm going to put, when you have the top of the thigh, when you tie your hair, that's this white bit. That is where like the middle of the top of the hair. I'm going to put this middle top of the hair onto the block. This is too high. And the hands will walk back. So you are like this. Basically, you're really trying to activate the thighs, but you are also having the support of the head. So you don't have to think about the arms. When you're ready, open up the legs. Mark the books are too high. Remove one more book.
Huh?
Mark, remove one book.
I can't go so low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Now move the book closer to your body, or move your feet further. Move your book closer to your body. Yes. So everyone go there. Put the top of the head there. Yeah. Amy, you want a bigger stand. Jane, can you have the hands next to you? So can you have the hands like this?
Ah.
Really push pressure on top of the head. But also push the thighs back. Coming down for a break. And we'll go there again. Let's go one by one. Jane, you should hold it there. Let me see again. Oh, Jane, come up, open up your legs. Step your legs further away. Yes. Push onto the outer edge of the feet. Inhale and slowly come down. If it's hurting your hair, put a towel there. Yes, Jane, looking good. Can you move the block closer to you, Jane? Move the block closer. Yes. Can you feel the power? Can you feel 30% of the weight on your head? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, good. Hold it there. Amy and Mark, do you want to go again? Amy first. Open up the legs. Yeah. Hands onto the hips. Open up the front hips. Slowly coming down. Halfway. Jane, go to child pose if you want to break. Yeah, so Amy, top of the head on there. Yeah, now Amy, lengthen the upper back. Lengthen the back. Put more power onto the top of the head. Amy, can you adjust the block lower to see if it helps? Yes, yes, it's so much nicer. Hold it there. Yeah, hands onto the mat. Mark, do you want to go again? Amy, you're good. 5 deep breath. Every breath, lengthen the back. Yeah, lengthen the back, Mark. Lengthen the back from the lower back. Think about arching the back. Arching the back, not rounding. So you're lengthening the back. Yeah. Coming up when it's too much. Amy, try, or everyone can try this. The next stage, we're going to have one more thing. When you come down, you go halfway left because you really need to lengthen the back. Lengthen, 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 lengthen your back. Never curl your back. So really lengthen your back, then put it down. When you have put the top of the head down, your hands is going to be on the side. You're going to have 50% of the weight on the head, without crawling in the neck. Hands really strong onto the back. I want you to try this. Try to lift the heels. One heel, other heel. But your body position won't move because you're mostly putting your weight onto the bulk and onto your hands. When you're super ready, maybe lift two together. This is actually a handstand operation. Headstand operation, you feel the body weight onto your head and onto your arms. Look at my arms. I'm not out, I'm not in. My arms is roughly underneath my shoulders and I'm in like this push-up position. So eventually, one day, I can go up to headstand. So try it. Lower back long. Mike, lower back long. Mike, lower back long.
Long?
Yeah, you're crawling your lower back. Come up to halfway lift. Come up to halfway lift. Come up more to halfway lift, lengthen the lower back, and keep the length when you go down. Mike, you can do this to correct yourself. Look at me. So I come to halfway lift. So this is really lengthened. Then without moving the lower back, I come down. If I need more books, then I have more books. Yeah, Jane, elbow in. Yes. Really push most of the weight onto the head and onto the elbow. Now try to lift the right heel up. Yeah, your thighs is weak. Put the right heel down. Lift the left heel up. Use your thighs, use your butt, use your core. Yeah, Amy Bickiston. Yeah, lengthen the lower back. Amy, your lower back is calling in. Walk back a stand, Amy.
Purple.
Huh?
Okay. You have a meeting report.
Yeah, sure. My hand.
It was great to tell.
See you.
Bye.
Amy, elbow in. Elbow in. Yes. Okay, Amy, now stabilize your head and your elbow. Lift one toes. Good job. Lift the second heel. Great job. Lower down. Lift both. Yes. Lift both. Hold it there. Hold it there. Great job. Elbow in a bit. Legs is amazing. Elbow in a little bit more. Yes. Can you feel the weight onto your head and onto your arms? If this is too much, come up. Jane, great job. Come up.
Legs are shaking.
What?
Legs are shaking.
Yeah. Relax yourself. Yeah, so that's it for the class. How do you guys feel? You are doing a headstand operation.
These are new ideas.
Mock headstand thing, so that I know how to put pressure on here, on my
Can you
head.
say it again?
It's good to have a mock setup for the headstand so that I can put some weight out here, because I never have a chance to do that.
So you can tell your body that it's okay. What about Amy?
Yeah, these are new ideas. Interesting.
Yeah, oh, you know, these are all Iyengar Yoga's idea. This is like Iyengar. Master, it's actually Hatha teacher, but he also used Iyengar with the groups and stuff like that. Basically, Iyengar Yoga is a type of yoga that believe everyone can do yoga, but maybe not everyone have the flexibility yet, right? So you have all these props to learn the drill, to learn the micro muscle. I didn't learn any of this in my teacher training. I learned zero of this in my teacher training. I learned all of this by being an Iyengar Yoga student.
Cool, interesting.
Yeah, and after doing the yoga teacher training now and then said, oh, you can actually use it like this. So today we did downward dog on the wall. We tried dolphins. We did elbow stand or elbow learning. What else? We did the Y-leg, the forward fold. We also tried the thighs. Out of everything, what do you guys think? What is the easiest? What is the hardest?
Still,
What's the easiest though?
Amy first.
okay, using my slides are still difficult for me, but I need to learn it.
Yeah, maybe before your yoga pose, you really need to do the warm up. So before you do your teacher training, if you're doing asanas, do the downward dog on the wall. Activate band, activate band, activate band. Do it maybe 3 times and then go to child pose. The one with the, do the child pose with the hands onto the back. Then do it maybe for 2-3 sets so you're activating the thighs. Or when you want to activate, the second set could be the box in between and go to chair again so you're activating the thighs.
Okay.
Watch out for your knees. Yeah, what about you, Jane? What's the most difficult? What's the easiest?
I think difficult is the one for downward dog that cannot straighten my knee. So I'm using my thigh. That is really tiring. And I'm massaging my lower calf because it's really tiring as well from just now.
From which one?
From just now, the free, like the headstand thing.
Oh, wait, it shouldn't be. Yes, it will be. Are you pushing the outer edge of the feet enough? Oh yes, because you have never used that bit. So maybe when you're pushing it enough, that will be new.
It's like a rarely used muscle as well. So that's good.
Yeah.
I like that we're using some muscle that we're not always using.
Yeah, this is actually a really good class for everyone who wants to learn how to do yoga properly. Or like try Iyengar. Go to an Iyengar class in your local town because you have so much props. And I guarantee you will learn so much in one class. I practice Iyengar for like, 6 years now. It's the only class that I keep going back to. And I'm still, yes, every Tuesday, I still practice with my teacher in London over the screen, even though Iyengar is the least thing that you should practice virtually, but it still works because of all this alignment cue. And he asked me yesterday, Evie, why don't you become an Iyengar yoga teacher? I was like, do you know, to become a Iyengar yoga teacher, you minimum need 3 years. So you can tell how much they need to learn. Because usually people do 200 hours. You can do it in a month. You can do it in 9 months. They need 3 years. 3.
Wow.
Wow. A teacher. And my teacher has become a teacher for 7 years. He's still learning the next level of teaching. They have like 10 or 12 different levels. So you can know that Iyengar versus any of the other yoga because it's all about alignment. There's just so much to learn about the human body. Anyway, have a good day. I would say bye to Jane. Amy, stay on the call. We'll talk about the needs.
Can you text me what is Iyengar yoga, how to spell?
Yeah.
Can you tell me now so that I can what?
Iyen.
Iyen.
GAR.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Wait.
Yeah, Amy, tell me which pose you also feel knee pain so we can try them again.
I think mostly it's like warrior 1 and 2.
Okay. Is it front knee or back knee? Oh. So let's go to warrior 2 together. Come to warrior 2. Need to move the mat so you can see me and I can see you. I ripped my mats yesterday. I'm so sad.
Huh? What happened?
I have used it so much because I was teaching every day, right?
Yes.
And I put a chair, so I now have a burn mark on here and on here. That makes me so sad. And my mat is like baby pink, so it takes forever.
Yeah.
I need to buy another one online, but it takes like 2 months to arrive. So warrior 2, feet away. Feet really wide stand. Let's go to the right first. Turn the left feet 45 degree in. Let's only focus on the left feet. Can you have, no, turn left feet in towards you. We're going to open up to warrior 2 on the right. So back foot, can you turn it in 45 degree? Press on the outer edge of the feet. I can put a cone onto the inner edge. Can I put a cone onto the inner edge now?
Yes.
When I can put a cone onto the inner edge, your knees will usually be down, so you need your thighs to open it up. the front feet, rotate out, walk it out until 90 degrees. When you are here, is it the back knee hurt or the front knee hurt?
Front.
For the front, press on the back toes. Press onto the back toes. So your knees is not in or out. Press the back toes. Your torso is now leaning forward. You need to come back. No, you are like this. You need to come back so you can open to warrior two. Much bigger stand. You need much bigger stand for warrior two. Yes, press onto the front toes. Front toes. Press the front toes. Press the front toes. Yes, straighten up the legs and come back up onto the other side. Does it change anything when you press onto the front toes or no?
Yeah, I feel more stable.
Yeah, but does it relieve the knee pain?
Yes. I feel the pressure on me.
No.
Because I
So-
feel my back is fast.
Yeah, wait. So when you press onto the front toes, I fucking hate my apartment with all this leaves. Press onto the front toes. Remember the opening of the hips? Open up the hips so you're really activating the thighs. Activate. Use your hands to roll the thighs up.
Oh, I can now tell the difference.
Okay, now relax and come back. Yeah, do it onto the other side. Turn the toes in, turn the other way. You need a much bigger stand. Why are you always closing your stand?
Really?
Yes. Bend the knees. Yeah. Press onto the front back toe. Front back toe, press more. Okay, use your hands to open up the front knee. No, use your hands onto the thighs to roll the thighs out. Yeah. Roll the thighs out. But have the pelvis still
Are
open.
you squeezing your butt?
Wait, 1 second. When I ask you to open up your thighs, you're completely here. You need to make sure your butt needs also front. I'm not squeezing my butt. I'm using the core to contract it so much. Wait, you're squeezing your butt because you're turning here to warrior one. Warrior two, back knee straight, pelvis to the side, hands onto the pelvis. Press front back toes, press front back toes, press front back toes, bend more. Then straighten and come up. Ask me again about the butt. I'm engaging my butt, but I'm not squeezing it. The power is onto the thighs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hold it there. Inhale. Your back feet is lazy. Press onto the outer edge of the back feet. Lift the arch in. When you do warrior two, you could have the feet like this, or you could pigeon toes in. Try pigeon toes in, turn it towards yourself. So you are training your brain to use your outer edge of the feet. Press in and out, and then slowly come back up. Yeah. So try the few drills. What are the few things that you're going to do?
Oh my, so many things to do.
I know, write it down, especially when you're doing the teacher training. Write down what we have learned today. I will send you the recording, but the downward dog, the thighs. When you're in warrior two, press the front toes so your knees is not in and out. When your knees is in, you're putting a lot of pressure onto the band, so you really need it to be out or not in or out. You really need to be 90-degree aligned. And you really need the outer edge of the back feet because you are now using so much on your knees and on your calf. When you press on the outer edge of the back feet, you will really activate the calf and you have power coming up. You need to start writing down, if you are serious about knee and injury, you need to write down all of the tips that makes you feel better on your knees.
Yeah.
To do the homework after class.
Okay.
Okay, I have to go. I will see you next time then. Love you, girl. Bye.
Have a nice day.
You too.